folks. So today we're going to talk about the Lynn bandsaw mill that I have here. It's a model 1300. I believe it cuts a 32-inch board, and you can probably fit a 36 or 40-inch log on here if you cut it down. So I ordered this as a kit. It came in the mail. Well, it didn't come in the mail. It came on a pallet and wasn't painted or assembled. You have the option of getting it in just the pieces and unwelded, but I opted to have it welded because they have jigs and they make this stuff all day every day, so it's going to be way more precise than anything I could have done. But I did paint it, and I did put it together. These just come off. That's kind of annoying. Would have been nice if they had a hinge with a spring or something that held them up and just put them down. But anyways, this is how you change the blade. The tensioner. This is hydraulic cylinder here. You just release that to get the tension off. And that's how you get the blade off. So here's the trick for putting these together. When you go down, you want to cross your hands it's hard to show it, maybe hard to tell on camera, but that's the secret. Anyways, probably wear gloves when you do that. Alright, so these are Timberwolf bandsaw blades. They're made out of silicone steel. You can get them resharpened a couple times. The factory does a lot better job than your local sharpener guy. I don't know. I didn't have very good luck. But the ones I sent back to the factory, to have sharpened came back way better than the local guy. Okay, so I just got this Predator 2-cylinder from the local rip-off store, and I had the coupon, so it was only like $600. Anyways, it's not bad. It's got the key start, choke, throttle. I do have a remote throttle that I need to set up for that. One of the reasons I got this because it has an oil filter and an oil cooler and a nice big muffler. So yeah, the only problem I've had with this is the carburetor. It's real junky and you got to clean it every 6 months. And I'll be surprised if it starts, but I've just got it hooked up to a boat tank. Prime the filter, prime the pump. So that makes it convenient. I can just pop the tank off, run down to the store and fill that up. So this is a manual carriage. You got to push it. She's man powered, but my here in Maine, Thomas Bandsaw Mills, they make a bandsaw right here in Maine, but they use a chain system. And yeah, this is way more accurate. So this uses Acme thread with a bronze bushing, and it's connected overhead by a chain. But that doesn't really matter as far as slack, right? You don't want your saw bouncing up and down. And when you have it on a chain, you know, the chain acts like a spring, and you have a spring tension, so your blade's going to tend to bounce up and down. The other great thing about this design, and I've seen a lot of homemade sawmills that don't understand this, the whole weight of the saw is cantilevered. Okay? So all the support of this entire machine is on this one piece of steel that's adjustable, and all the weight is pressing down on the front of the carriage here, so that makes it very stable. A lot of these saws you'll see set up with the engine in between these braces, right? But that makes it go like this because it's constantly trying to find it's equal, because it's got 4 points of contact. This only has 2 points, so it's already leveraged off of the Acme threads, so that this is very stable in the cut. But anyway, so here's the crank. 5 turns per inch. Now I don't have this set up with the graduated logging loggers rule or whatever, so that it removes the kerf cut. If you're looking for true dimensional lumber, I don't care. The blade takes an 1/8 inch out, so everything's 7/8, you know, inch and 7/8, 2x4, 7/8 inch wide pine board. So it's no different than using 3/4 stuff or 1.5 inches. So anywho, it's got a centrifugal clutch and a battery start, and I just have a level on here. There we go. Make sure we're always level. She's a little bit out of whack because it's been sitting all winter, but you just use these trailer jacks to level the carriage, and I'll come down here with the laser level and level this thing up before we get sawing. So this uses just a pump up sprayer with a shut off that goes down to the blade right there, and gives you some lubrication. There's the hydraulic cylinder that keeps tension on there. And oh yeah, so this is your what do you call that? Stabilizer? Roller guide. You want to keep it as close to the cut as possible, so you know when you're doing a narrow board, you keep that about 1 inch away from the edge of the board. So that's a 24-inch cut right there. And then it's got a sweeper that just keeps the dust off of the
the wheels, and the wheels just have a V-belt in there. A lot of these have a downward control roller or a bushing, but this doesn't have that, which is, you know, something that would be nice upgrade. Also, electric crank would be a nice upgrade as well. So this is the carriage track setup. This is just another Harbor Freight Predator. What do we got? 212 cc here. Hydraulic pump setup from Northern Tool. There you go, Northern Tool. I can't remember the specs on this pump, but you know, I sized it for the 5 horsepower motor, and also got this from Northern Tool. I think it's a 5-gallon reservoir, and it has your hydraulic level and your temperature. Shout out to Low Buck Garage here. He was talking about, I don't know, he couldn't figure out what this was. That it's a level and temperature. I don't know what the confusion was there, but yeah, I think he just had low fluid and it wasn't registering on the scale there. But anyway, so I just got some Napa hoses, but best place to get cheap hoses is Surplus Center. And this is just an old four function hydraulic block. So you got 4 different functions. This roller lifts the log to compensate for the taper, so you get a straight cut or use more of the log. It also has these dogs that come up with the hydraulic cylinder there, so that it holds the log and is adjustable. And then this ram here goes up and down to lock into the side of the log, and then this ram pushes it towards the log and holds it in place. Yeah, and that's just like a old trailer axle. And yeah, the jacks level it. So this will cut a 24-foot log, and 24, 30-inch board, no problem. I got 24-inch boards all the time. So this took a long time to put together, probably 10 years or more before I got this thing all set up, but it's well worth the effort. All right, we're doing spring maintenance, changing the oil. Got the brush washer out, draining the oil in that. Yeah, it's all very black. I try to change them every spring, and that's usually good enough, but yeah, every spring and fall probably would be better. One of these days I'll drill a hole. That is not good looking oil. It's all going in the bucket. I guess I could put a hose. That's what I need to do. Get a little hose and yeah. So I just use 1540 diesel oil. It's got loads of zinc in it. Gas stuff doesn't have zinc in it anymore unless you get the racing stuff or the additive, but that still doesn't have as much zinc, so it's much cheaper to just buy tractor oil. It has zinc in it, and you know, in the summer, as soon as it comes up to operating temperature, 15W40 is fine. There's no reason not to. This stuff looks really thin. I think that's from the carburetor seat not working and fuel getting in the oil. But we'll let that drain. I'm gonna go to lunch, and that'll be fine. 6x6s. Freaking idle circuit on that thing.